What's up, A&P people? Today we're talking about this stuff. Water. Now, water's an interesting thing because 65% of you is made of water and 70 to 90% of your cells are made of water. That's a lot of you that's this stuff. So much of you is made up of water because it works great for things like dissolving sugars, which are hydrophilic, and they melt right in. Unfortunately, things like oil, which are hydrophobic, don't mix as well, which is why they just sit on top. Many of you also know that water is used for things like flushing wastes out of the body. It's just a thing that happens. There's a couple more things that make water special too. Like its thermal properties, which is why I can stick it in the microwave for, 30 seconds, let it warm up, and when I pull it out, it feels exactly the same as it did before I stuck it in. Now that's caused because water has a lot of hydrogen ions, and when these hydrogen ions break off, they release heat. That allows water to have a high heat of vaporization, as well as a high heat capacity. Whoa. Water also acts as a lubricant, which is why it's found in a lot of mucus and other similar membranes in your body. It allows things to slide and move around, where friction needs to be eliminated. The last thing about water is that it's really sticky. It does a couple things. It does adhesion and it does cohesion. Adhesion is when it sticks to other things, like how it's making that cup stick to my hand. Cohesion is when it sticks to itself, like when it's sitting on top of a penny and it starts to bubble up in that weird little bubble. Now, the last thing you need to know about water is about hydrolysis and dehydration synthesis. Hydrolysis is when one large molecule has water added to it, at which point it splits into two smaller molecules. Dehydration synthesis is when there's two smaller molecules that are combined into a larger molecule, which produces that larger molecule as well as a little bit of water. And that's about all there is to know about the properties of water. So I hope you guys learned something, and thanks for hanging with me.